If you're over 60, one simple daily habit could quietly raise your risk of a stroke while you sleep. No chest pain, no warning, just a slurred word, a limp arm, or a balance that suddenly disappears. I'm Dr. David Whitman, a neurologist and stroke specialist, and today I'm exposing the 5 common vitamins that many older adults trust. But in the wrong dose or at the wrong time, they can actually make your brain more vulnerable. And here's the shocking part. These aren't rare pills or obscure supplements. They're the same vitamins sitting in millions of medicine cabinets right now. What most seniors think is helping their bones, memory, or circulation may actually thicken blood, trigger bleeds, or spike pressure at the very hours strokes are most likely to strike. Quick check-in before we dive in. Have you ever wondered if your vitamins might be doing more harm than good? Type 1 in the comments if you've had that thought, or type 0 if you've always believed vitamins are safe no matter what. And while you're here, hit subscribe to Senior Vitality Hub, because in this video, you'll not only learn which vitamins can silently increase stroke risk, but also the safer habits that protect your brain. Stay with me, because the very last vitamin on this list is the one most seniors unknowingly take every single week. First on our list is vitamin D, the so-called sunshine vitamin. You've probably heard it's good for bones, mood, and immunity. And yes, in the right amount, it can help. But here's what most seniors never hear. Too much vitamin D, especially in the evening, can quietly set the stage for a stroke. Take Walter, a 74-year-old retired Navy veteran I once treated. Every night, like clockwork, he lined up his supplements, including a 10,000 IU vitamin D capsule he bought over the counter. He thought he was protecting his bones. Instead, one morning, his wife found him confused and unable to move his right arm. The scan confirmed a stroke. His labs showed dangerously high calcium, stiff arteries, and blood pressure that was all over the place. The culprit? Vitamin D toxicity from long-term high doses. Here's why this happens. Vitamin D in excess pulls calcium into your bloodstream. Too much calcium stiffens and narrows arteries. And when those arteries are already less flexible with age, it's like pouring cement into fragile pipes. Add dehydration or poor sleep, and you've got the perfect storm for a clot overnight. Research backs this up. Studies in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism warn that high daily doses above 2,000 IU, if you're not truly deficient, can do more harm than good. And yet, many supplements on store shelves contain 5,000, even 10,000 IU. Here's the safer approach. Always check your dosage. Take vitamin D in the morning and get your levels tested before adding more. For most older adults, balance matters far more than high doses. Quick check-in for you. Do you know how many IU are in your vitamin D supplement? Type D in the comments if you take it now, or 0 if you don't. And stay with me, because the next vitamin, often called the heart helper, can actually thin your blood so much that it triggers a brain bleed. Second on our list is vitamin E, often called the heart helper. For years, seniors have been told it improves circulation, protects memory, and even slows aging. But here's the dangerous truth. In higher doses, especially when paired with common blood thinners, vitamin E can tip your body into a brain bleed. Let me tell you about Evelyn Brooks, an 81-year-old retired librarian. She was witty, sharp, and lived for her daily reading. She also had a heart valve condition and was prescribed warfarin, a common blood thinner. Her blood tests were stable, her pressure under control. Then she saw an ad for natural vitamin E and added 800 IU capsules to her daily routine. Just 3 weeks later, she was rushed to the ER with a crushing headache, confusion, and vomiting. The scan revealed a hemorrhagic stroke, bleeding inside her brain, not from high blood pressure, not from a fall, but from blood that had been thinned too much by the deadly combination of warfarin and vitamin E. Here's why it happens. Vitamin E, especially in doses above 200 IU, acts like an anticoagulant. That means it slows clotting. If you're already on aspirin, Plavix, or warfarin, layering vitamin E on top is like removing your brakes while driving downhill. Just one fragile vessel in the brain can burst, and the result can be devastating. And the science backs this up. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high-dose vitamin E supplements increase the risk of hemorrhagic stroke by 22% compared to those not taking it. The fix is simple. If you're already on heart or blood pressure medication, don't add vitamin E without your doctor's guidance. And never assume natural means safe. Quick engagement check. Have you ever added vitamin E for your heart or memory? Type 1 if yes, type 0 if no. Your answers may open someone else's eyes. And stay tuned, because the next vitamin looks like a nerve protector, but in reality, too much of it can quietly strip away the insulation around your nerves and leave lasting damage. Third on our list is vitamin B6, often marketed as a nerve protector or energy booster. You've seen the bottles at the pharmacy, promising sharper focus, stronger memory, or relief from tingling in the hands and feet. But here's the danger no one talks about. Too much vitamin B6 doesn't protect your nerves. It destroys them. I'll never forget Harold Jenkins, a 76-year-old retired truck driver. He came into my office complaining that his feet felt numb, his hands tingled, and his balance was off. At first, he thought it was arthritis. Then he fell, once, twice, and finally hit his head in the bathroom. When I reviewed his supplements, the answer was clear. He'd been taking a nerve support formula with 100 milligrams of vitamin B6 per pill, and he was swallowing 2 a day. That's 200 milligrams, over 10 times the safe upper limit for seniors. Here's the problem. Unlike some vitamins that flush out in urine, B6 builds up in your system over time. In older adults, it damages the protective coating around nerves, like stripping insulation off an electrical wire. The result? Tingling, numbness, tremors, muscle weakness, even confusion or memory issues. And once that damage is done, it can be permanent. Science confirms this. The Journal of Clinical Neurology reports that high B6 intake, anything above 100 milligrams daily, is directly linked to neuropathy, a condition where nerves misfire or die. The recommended daily amount for seniors? Just 2 to 10 milligrams, including what you already get from food. The fix is simple. Check your labels. If you see more than 50 milligrams of B6, put the bottle back. Your nerves don't need megadoses. They need balance. So let me ask you, have you ever taken a supplement for nerve support or energy? Type 1 if yes, type 0 if no. You may be surprised how common this mistake really is, and don't go anywhere, because the next vitamin sounds harmless, even helpful for your eyesight. But in high doses, it can quietly raise pressure inside your skull, mimicking a stroke. Fourth on our list is vitamin A, often sold as the eyesight vitamin, the skin vitamin, or even the anti-aging vitamin. And yes, in small amounts, it supports vision and immunity. But here's the danger. Unlike water-soluble vitamins that flush out, vitamin A is fat-soluble. It gets stored in your liver, your tissues, even your brain. Over time, too much of it builds up, and that buildup can quietly mimic a stroke. Let me share the story of Dorothy Simmons, a 79-year-old retired piano teacher from Oregon. She started taking a high-dose vitamin A supplement for her eyes, 10,000 IU a day. At first, she felt fine, but then came headaches, then blurred vision, then dizziness and slurred speech. Her family feared she was having a stroke, but scans showed something else, dangerously high pressure inside her skull. The diagnosis? Vitamin A toxicity. Her brain's tiny veins were under constant stress, and the buildup of spinal fluid had pushed her system to the edge. And this isn't rare. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirm that high-dose vitamin A, especially anything above 3,000 IU daily, is linked to intracranial hypertension, vision loss, and cognitive decline in older adults. The safe zone? Seniors need only 700 to 900 micrograms per day, and most already get enough through diet. But supplement shelves are full of capsules with 5,000, even 10,000 IU. Add a multivitamin or a skin supplement on top, and you're suddenly overdosing without even realizing it. So here's the fix. Only take vitamin A if your doctor confirms you're deficient, and never stack multiple formulas with it. Protecting your eyesight shouldn't mean risking your brain. Let me ask you, have you ever taken vitamin A for your eyes, skin, or immunity? Type A in the comments if you have, or 0 if you've never touched it. Your answers will help other seniors see how common this habit really is. And stay tuned, because the final vitamin might surprise you the most. It's often prescribed for heart health, found in cholesterol support supplements, and even added to energy drinks. But in high doses, it can cause wild blood pressure swings that trigger mini strokes. Fifth on our list is niacin, also known as vitamin B3. It's often marketed as a natural way to lower cholesterol and support circulation. Some doctors even prescribe it. You'll also find it in multivitamins, heart health supplements, and even energy drinks. But here's the truth. In high doses, niacin can quietly destabilize your blood pressure and put your brain at risk. Here's how it works. When you take niacin, it makes your blood vessels expand. That's why many people feel their face flush or turn red. But soon after, those same vessels snap back and constrict like a rubber band. For seniors whose arteries are already stiff and fragile, this yo-yo effect can trigger dangerous blood pressure swings. 1 minute your pressure drops, the next it surges, and that instability can set the stage for a stroke. I think of Frank Miller, an 82-year-old retired postman from Florida. He'd been taking an over-the-counter heart support supplement with 1,000 milligrams of niacin per dose, twice a day. That's 60 times more than most seniors actually need. At first, he brushed off the flushing and pounding heartbeat as normal. But then came dizziness, chest pressure, and finally a transient ischemic attack, a mini-stroke that slurred his speech for minutes before it returned. His doctors traced the culprit straight back to the high-dose niacin. And the research backs this up. A 2019 study in hypertension research found that high-dose niacin therapy in older adults was strongly linked to unstable blood pressure and increased risk of stroke events. Even so-called flush-free versions aren't safe. They still affect blood vessels, blood sugar, and heart rhythm. So here's the safe path. For most older adults, no more than 14 to 16 milligrams per day is needed, and anything above 50 milligrams should only be taken under medical supervision. If you're on blood pressure meds, heart rhythm drugs, or have a history of stroke, always double-check your labels, especially on supplements advertised as heart healthy. Quick check-in. Have you ever taken niacin, whether as a vitamin, in a supplement, or even in an energy drink? Type N in the comments if you have, type 0 if you haven't. Your answers will help others spot just how common this hidden risk really is. And don't go anywhere, because in the conclusion, I'll tie all 5 vitamins together and show you how simple shifts can protect your brain and independence for years to come. So, let's bring it all together. Vitamins themselves aren't the enemy, but the wrong type, in the wrong dose, or at the wrong time, can quietly stack the odds against your brain. Let's recap the 5 we covered today. First, vitamin D. Too much, especially at night, can raise calcium, stiffen arteries, and silently set up a stroke. Second, vitamin E. High doses act like a blood thinner, and when combined with common heart meds, can trigger brain bleeds. Third, vitamin B6. In excess, it can damage the protective coating on your nerves, leaving lasting weakness, numbness, or confusion. Fourth, vitamin A. Because it's stored in your body, high doses can increase pressure inside your skull, mimicking a stroke. And fifth, niacin. High doses cause dangerous blood pressure swings, stressing fragile arteries and raising stroke risk. And remember, it's that last mistake with niacin that most seniors unknowingly make every week, so don't skip checking your labels. The good news? Every one of these risks is preventable. By staying within safe daily limits, taking vitamins at the right time, and replacing unnecessary pills with real food, leafy greens, berries, whole grains, fish, nuts, and seeds, you can protect your brain while still supporting your body. Here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, take a look at your supplement bottles. Do you know the doses? Do you know which ones interact with your medications? If you don't, type 0 in the comments and make it a priority to ask your doctor. If you do, type 1 to show others it can be done. And if you found even one of these insights surprising, hit that like button so YouTube shares it with more seniors who need this message. And don't forget to subscribe to Senior Vitality Hub, because in our next video, I'll reveal one simple household routine that neurologists use themselves to cut stroke risk. And you probably already do it without even realizing. I'm Dr. David Whitman, neurologist and stroke specialist. Stay safe, stay informed, and above all, protect your brain. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only. It is not intended to replace medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your physician or a qualified health professional regarding your health, medical conditions, or before making changes to your exercise, diet, or medication routines. If you experience sudden weakness, slurred speech, vision changes, or severe headache, call emergency services immediately.